Gajan Crack, welcome back. Smish it down, and we are here for episode 20 of our beginners Ulster Irish lessons, where I've been taking you through a bit of an audio course, but supplemental learning for whatever else that you're doing to learn some Irish. So whether that's reading through some books, finding videos online, or you're actually in the classroom setting. So it's been quite some time since we've done a recap. Episode 8, I believe, was the last recap that we've done. So we're going to go back to the very beginning, do a bit of a recap on everything we've covered right up until now, just before we move on. So, our hellos, Gia Ditch, that's hello to one person. And by the way, I'm not going to leave you a load of time to pause, to repeat, because we are just recapping. So, I would just do your best to copy what I'm saying. I usually say it 2 or 3 times anyway. So, replying back to hello is Gia Smiradich. That's replying hello to somebody, one person singular. How do you say hello to multiple people? Gia Dave. And if you're saying hello back to multiple people, it's Gia Smiradich. We did cover a few other greetings that you could say to people, like Majin Y for good morning, Trinona Mai for good afternoon, which can also be used for good evening, by the way, and Iha Y for good night. And I believe Iha Hiha would be night night. Iha Hiha, night night. And it's been a while now, so let's cover our pleasantries again. Gurmeogat for thank you. Gurmeogov for thank you to multiple people. Let a hull for please. We moved on then to who are you, and there was 2 different ways I told you to say your name. The first one was whenever somebody asks you K Hossa, which is who are you? K Hossa, who are you? And your answer back would be is Misha, and whatever your name is Misha Dan. The other way that I taught you was Kajaya Tanyum a tort. And that is, what is your name? For a more formal way. What is your name? And your answer would be Dan, or whatever your name is, Atanium Atorum. Dan Atanium Atorum. So, K Hussa is Misha Dan. Then, Kajay Tanyum Atort. Dan and Tanyum Atorum. Don't be afraid if somebody asks you, Kajay Tanyum Atort, and you say, it's Misha Dan. You know, so nothing wrong with that. Like it's a lot easier when you learn how to reply based off the question that is asked, you know. But it's not needed. If you're in an informal setting, just speaking with somebody, say, smash down. We also covered our goodbyes, and goodbyes being slam for goodbye, slam. And the other goodbye I think we covered was more, which is good luck. More. You may also hear some people say, and you may hear me say it occasionally, slan, just like a way of saying bye-bye. Slan. We covered Kajay Maratatu. And Kajay Maratatu is just, how are you? And it's how are you generally. So, how are you? Kajay Maratatu. Tamigo Moi. Tamigo Massa. Tamigo Hulk. Tamigo Bra. And just a quick recap of what they are. Tamigo Moi, good or well. Tamigo Massa, sort of in the middle, middling. Tommy go bra, fine. Tommy go Hulk, I'm bad. Now there's a few other things that you could pop in there, like Tommy Chin, sick. Tommy Tertia, tired. But for the purpose of these audio lessons, didn't really cover a lot of those because this is just meant to be supplemental learning to help reactivate whatever it is that you're learning in class. So you should have the ability or some notes to look up a more extensive list of options there. And if you don't have that and you're solely using this, head over to my TikTok or my YouTube, unless you're already listening on YouTube, that is, because I'm uploading these to YouTube as well. But I do have videos to cover a little bit more of everything. After learning Kajay Moratatu and looking at our sentence structure of Tammy Gamoy, we moved on to look at where are you living and where are you from. So, where are you from? Carabastu, or also heard as Castu, where we like to shorten everything, Castu. Is as Belfast to me. I'm from Belfast. Is as Belfast to me. Cawil to Irohoney. Where are you living? Cawil to Irohoney. Ta me Mahoney Melfirsha. And this is where we've already had a Kajay question, Kajay Moratatu, where it started with Ta me. And here we have another Kajay question. It's also Ta me. Then we moved on to looking at the weather. Kajay Moratana, How's the weather? Kajay Moratana, And the answer back was Ta Shay. And you can also say Ta Namshire. So it really depends what you want to say or how you want to say it. So if you want to say the weather is good, Ta Namshire Gamoy. If you just want to say it is good, Ta Shay Gamoy. Ta Namshire Gamoy. The weather is good. It is good. Ta Namshire Go Bra. The weather's fine. Ta Namshire Go Hulk. The weather's bad. After this, we started going through the pronouns. Starting with may, for me, or I. Then tu, for you, singular. Then she, for he. She, for her. Can you remember what we is? Mudge. And you, plural. Shiv. And what about them? Shade. So then we moved on to a little bit of practice with Kajay Moratatu, but swapping out the may for the different pronouns and giving answers back with different pronouns. So Kajay Moratatu. How is he? Kajay Moratatu. Tashe Gamoy. He's well. And what about we? How are we? Kajay Moratatu. Tamwaj Gamoy. So, if you haven't got round it, I would definitely make sure you practice using Kajay Moratatu and swapping out those pronouns, especially for the responses. One of the best ways to learn the pronouns. Then what we moved on to was to look at the negative answer to that. So ta is am or is, but what we wanted to look at was isn't, aren't. So, Kajay Maratatu, Kajay Maratatu, how are you? Neil Megamoy, Neil Megamoy. I'm not good, or I'm not well. Neil Mego Bra, I'm not fine. Neil Mego Hulk, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. After looking at the negative form, we then moved on to the direct form of the question. Okay, so the direct form of the question, which is, are you well? Are you well? And, well can be replaced with anything. So, and will tu go moi, and will tu go moi, are you well? And the long answer to that is the same as your Kajay Marantatu. Difference with Kajay Marantatu is it's open, and the question is allowing you to give multiple answers back. It could be anything. You could be well, you could be fine, you could be sick, you could be tired. But when somebody asks you, are you, they're not really giving you a choice. It's a direct answer you need to give back. And in English, those sort of questions force you to say yes or no. But in Irish, we don't have the yes or no. So what we do is we take just the first part of the sentence, like ta or Neil, and you can use those as a response. You can't absolutely say the longer part of the sentence. So, and will tu go moi? Tell me go moi. That's are you well? I am well. But if somebody asks you, and will tu go moi, you can say ta or Neil. There is another branch of the present tense, and that is the negative form of the question. So, like, are you not well? But instead of covering it, we actually jumped onwards to start learning about the past tense. Kajay Mara Fee too. Kajay Mara Fee too. Kajay Mara Fee too. And because we have changed from a ta to a v, and we're looking at the present tense, we're no longer saying I am or I am not. We're now saying I was or I wasn't. So your answer has to change away from a ta or a nil response. So, Kajay Mara Fee too. How were you? Fee me go moi. I was good. Fee me go bra. I was fine. Fee me go Hulk. I was bad. Again, when you're practicing these yourself, I would make sure that you practice them with all the pronouns. I know you won't need to use them all the time. Most of the time you're going to say you or me when you're talking directly to one person. However, you will be in a scenario where you need to talk about he, she, they, you plural, or even we. And I would make sure you also practice scrapping the pronoun and replacing it with a name. Kajay Mara Fee Dan. Kajay Mara Fee Dan. How was Dan? Fee Dan go moi. Dan was good. That brings us really close up to where we were left off. The last two things we were looking at was what are you wanting and what would you like? So what are you wanting? And will tu Gary. And will tu Gary, which is are you wanting? And will tu Gary cup and tea. Ta let a hole. Yes, please. Neil, Gurmiagat. No, thank you. And I gave you a few examples, but again, didn't want to take up too much time with an exhaustive list because this is just meant to be a touch point and a reference for you to listen and start practicing out loud. And just before we forget, so will tu Gary something is are you wanting something? But you also have the option of could you tattoo Gary? Could you tattoo Gary? What would you like? More commonly, when you're talking to somebody about something that you want, you most likely are going to say that it's something that you would like. And I think that's used in conversation more. Kajay bawayat. Kajay bawayat. What would you like? And that's the open version of the question. If you want something more closed, Arwayat, cup and tea, Arwayat cup and tea. And the quick answers to that is Bawai, yes, or near why for no. The long answers Bawai yum cup and tea, near why yum cup and tea. Don't forget to add a wee letter holiday in for please, or Gurmilgert for thank you. So I believe that covers all 19 episodes, well, 18 if you exclude the recap. And we've done some great damage there. That's a whole lot of material to cover. Again, if this is your only learning mechanism, I would say please go ahead and watch the videos, watch the TikToks. You will have lots of different examples there and some phonics to help you sound it out as well. So if you're not too sure, I know my accent can vary slightly. So if you're not too sure, if you have a look at my videos, I have all the phonics down there for most of the things that we talk about to steer you in the right direction. So thanks as always. Slam for now.